fraud. During a news conference in Parkersburg this morning, West Virginia Attorney General Patrick Morrisey announced his office is filing suit against Clean and Clear Advantage Recovery LLC, which runs a substance abuse treatment center at the former federal courthouse on Juliana Street. The suit asserts that Clean and Clear submitted fraudulent claims to the state Medicaid program between May 2021 and January 2022. The claims relate to services allegedly rendered to 52 patients by Clifford Marlowe, whom Morrisey alleges practiced as a therapist without a license. Morrisey says he wants to publicize the case to highlight the seriousness of Medicaid fraud. It's a problem he says extends beyond this example.
I want to make sure that we're sending a very strong message in Wood County and across West Virginia that we're not going to be tolerating Medicaid fraud, but separately that when there are a lot of dollars available, perhaps for sober living homes and for other types of providers, we're going to make sure that those dollars are spent correctly, that abuse is not occurring. This is the beginning of a multifaceted effort that you're going to be seeing coming out of our office.
In addition to the civil suit against Clean and Clear, Clifford Marlowe faces 2 felony charges of fraudulent schemes and false claims. Wood County Prosecutor Pat Lefebvre says the trial is set for January. Coming up in sports, the West Virginia Mountaineers are